I would like to call the July 23rd, 2025 Planning and Zoning Commission regular meeting to order. If you're able, please rise and join me with the Pledge of Allegiance. May we have roll call, please?
Thank you, Vice Chair Ursuly.
Present.
There you are, sorry. And Commissioner Kraus? Present. Commissioner Fikes is not here. Commissioner Woodward is not here. Chair Twait is not here. Commissioner Reveal? And Commissioner Petty?
Here.
You have a quorum.
Is there a motion to approve the agenda and consent agenda? Commissioner Petty?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to approve the agenda and the consent agenda, please.
I'll second.
Would the clerk please read the consent agenda items into record?
Thank you. Approval of the regular meeting minutes of June 25th, 2025, and that is your consent agenda.
Are there any public comments on the consent agenda items just read by the clerk? Are there any revisions to the agenda? Are there any objections or approving the agenda and consent agenda? Commissioner Petty?
Yes, I'd like it to be in the record that Commissioner Fikes has arrived and that it continues with our quorum, please.
Thank you. I am going to repeat, are there any objections or approving the agenda and consent agenda? Hearing and seeing no objections, the agenda and consent agenda are approved. Verse item C, we have no scheduled public comment. Is there anyone from the public wishing to speak to anything that is not on the agenda? Moving on to consideration of plats. The first preliminary plat before us tonight is Resolution PZ 2025-25, recommending approval of preliminary plat Terra B subdivision, Swarner addition to replat lots 3 and 4, Block 1, Terra B subdivision, Township 6 North, Range 11 West, Section 34, Seward Meridian to the Peninsula Borough in the Rural Residential Zoning District. Is there a motion to approve Resolution PZ 2025-25? Commissioner Petty?
Yes, I would like to make a motion to approve Resolution PZ 2025-25, please.
Second.
Director Buchner, can we have the staff report, please?
Thank you, Vice Chair Ersley. A preliminary plat has been submitted from Edge Survey and Design LLC on behalf of the property owner for replat of lots 3 and 4, Block 1, Terra B subdivision, Township 6 North, Range 11 West, Section 34, Seward Meridian, to create one parcel. The proposed replat meets a minimum lot size requirement of 20,000 square feet, or approximately 0.47 acres, for the rural residential zoning district. The size of the proposed lot is approximately 26,378 square feet, or 0.606 acres. City water and wastewater is available along Lawton Drive, and developments on the proposed lot will be required to establish connection to the City of Kenai water and wastewater utility systems. Direct access to the proposed lot is provided via Baker Street, a maintained gravel city road. The owners intend to orient the development and driveway onto Baker Street due to traffic volumes on Lawton Drive. If approved, the owners intend to keep the Baker Street address, as the two different parcels have a Baker and a Lawton address. The City of Kenai Public Works Department has reviewed the preliminary plat and has no comments. Therefore, staff finds that an installation agreement is not required for the preliminary plat. Prior to development, the City of Kenai Floodplain Administrator should be contacted for information and regulations. City of Kenai Floodplain Administrator has reviewed the preliminary plat and has no comments. Staff finds the preliminary plat for a replat of lots 3 and 4, Block 1, Terra B subdivision, Township 6 North, Range 11 West, Section 34, Seward Meridian, meets the following Title 14, sections Title 14 of the Kenai Municipal Code and aligns with the intent of the Kenai Zoning Code. 1, pursuant to KMC 14.10.070 subdivision design standards, the preliminary plat for subdivision, subject to the listed conditions, provide utility access easements, provide satisfactory and desirable building sites in connection to the existing City of Kenai water and wastewater utility. 2, pursuant to KMC 14.10.080 minimum improvement required, the right-of-way within the proposed preliminary plat exists prior to this plat. The right-of-way is a continuation of an existing street and is determined acceptable access. Therefore, an installation agreement is not required. 3, pursuant to KMC 14.24.010 minimum lot requirements, the preliminary plat meets city standards for minimum lot size in the rural residential zoning district of 20,000 square feet with a proposed lot size of 0.606 acres. 4, pursuant to KMC 14.24.020 general requirements, the preliminary plat meets city standards for minimum lot width, depth, and access utility easements. Compliance with the maximum lot coverage, maximum height, and setbacks will be reviewed during the building permit review. Staff finds that the proposed preliminary plat for Terra B subdivision, Swarner Edition, meets the general standards of the Kenai Municipal Code, Chapter 14.10 subdivision regulations, and Chapter 14.24 development requirements table, and hereby recommends that the Planning and Zoning Commission recommend approval of resolution number PZ 2025 for a replat of lots 3 and 4, Block 1, Terra B subdivision, Township 6 North, Range 11 West, Section 34, Seward Meridian, to the Kenai Peninsula Borough, subject to the following conditions: that further development of the property will conform to all federal, state of Alaska, and local regulations. On following pages, starting on page 13, is a aerial map, and then the plat follows that. That's my report.
Thank you, Director Buchner. I'd like to open this up for public comment. If anyone wants to speak, you have 3 minutes. Seeing no one or no one else, we will bring this back to the commission for discussion. Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Kraus?
Yes.
Commissioner Fikes?
Yes.
Commissioner Reveal? Commissioner Petty?
Yes.
Vice Chair Ersley?
Yes.
You have 5 yes votes. Resolution PZ 2025 is adopted.
Item F, we have no public hearings. Item G, none. No unfinished business. Item H, no new business. Moving on to item I, reports. May we have the Director Buettner's planning report?
Yeah, hope everyone's having a great summer. Our department's been going pretty steady, slowly but surely. Nothing, better knock on wood, but nothing crazy going on in our department. I did want to introduce Miss Jessica C. She's our new part-time planning technician. It's been a godsend to have her in the office, and someone helped me do what I'm supposed to be doing. One other order of business, the Board of Adjustments did release their findings today, and they were published there on the website. The outcome was that the Board of Adjustments reversed the decision of the commission for the mini storage facility up off Third and Redoubt. All the findings are, like I said, are published, but I just want to let you know in case you do get questions that to point everyone kind of to those findings, because that was the intent of the board. There is one more level of appeal should anyone want to appeal, but that's also spelled out in the findings as well. I don't want to overstate something that I'm not familiar with, so I would refer them to what's published. That's my report.
Thank you. I too hope everybody has been getting their fish on. My son and I have been doing that. It's been great. Good to see everybody too. May I have the borough planning report?
Can I question the previous report?
Oh, sure.
Sorry. So the neighbors have all been notified of the overturn of the decision? Is that how that works?
I'll defer to the clerk because the clerk's office is the one who does all the publications, and since she happens to be here, I'll let her speak to it.
The decision was released today. The people that are notified by certified are the parties involved, but anybody that participated in the hearing were also mailed the final decision today. Did they have an opportunity to speak before the committee that overturned the decision?
Yes, and the parties that spoke at the commission meeting were also present at the Board of Adjustment hearing, and I believe we also had a couple of written that were also added to the commission, or not to the commission, to the Board of Adjustments packet.
Thank you so much.
I also had a question. So you talked about somebody can appeal it. Is that anybody in the public, affected parties, or does that only apply to commissioners? Or?
The rules regarding appeal are in the decision, so you would have to, that's written by the attorney, and I can't answer that off the hand. I believe that you had to be a party of record or involved in the case prior.
Thank you.
Moving on to the borough planning report, Commissioner Fikes.
Yes, we had a meeting on Monday, the 14th. And let's see. We had plats before us. All the plats were reviewed and approved as noted on the agenda. We had a utility easement vacation in the city of Homer that was reviewed and approved. And we had a right-of-way vacation in the city of Seward that was reviewed and approved. And then we had a right-of-way vacation in the Sterling area, and that one was also reviewed and approved. And then we had a right-of-way vacation in Kenai, and that was approved as well. And then we had a conditional use permit, PC resolution for the city of Soldotna, and that one was approved. And then we had another conditional use PC resolution, and that one was for the Anchor Point area, and that one was also approved. That was the snow meds for the trail maintenance and update. And then we had a final conditional use PC resolution in the Bear Creek area, and that one was reviewed and approved. And then we had some director comments, and he talked about some of the updates to code and some of the definitions that we've encountered as far as determining the water-dependent definition as it applies to conditional use permits along the river. Folks have come in requesting to put up fencing and other items, and so there's been concern about what that actual water-dependent definition, so there was kind of a deep dive and some explanation on that to help us out moving forward. And then there was some final discussion on the gravel pit update, and so that is now in full effect and available on the website. And so anybody who is in the process as of, I believe it was June, would be following the old rules, and then as of July 1st, they're going to be going forward under the new gravel rules. And that was all we had to discuss.
Thank you. The city council report, please.
Thank you. Council last met on July 2nd, which just seems like eons ago, so I don't have anything current to report, other than fish on and be careful as July progresses.
Moving on to item J, is there anyone from the public wishing to comment?
So do I understand you approve the self-storage? Oh, excuse me. Michael Urcioli, 1004 3rd Street, Kenai, Alaska.
And to address your question, the Board of Adjustment, the body that met here on July 2nd, as a body, they released their findings today, and their decision was to overturn or reverse the decision that this commission made. And so they, as it stands in code, they are the body that can overrule a decision of a commission. So their decision was, yes, to approve the conditional use permit for the mini storage facility. Can you push button 8?
I just have two thoughts on that. Have they ever made one that small before in a residential area? And did they plan on what's going to happen with the traffic flow of 3 or 4 trucks try and come in at once? Is it possible to maneuver? But that's a moot point at this time, so I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Is it appropriate that I speak to this right now? I have a question. Or should I wait for questions and comments? No. Okay. So at this meeting of the Adjustment Council Committee? Board of Adjustments, thank you. Do you appear at that meeting? Do you speak on behalf of the Planning Committee? Is it inappropriate that someone, say as myself, would testify at that meeting as to why I voted the way I did, or is that inappropriate?
I did appear, but so the hearing is de novo, so essentially they rehear it from scratch. The weight or the decision made by the commission does not weigh into their deliberations. So essentially, what I had to do is re-give the staff report that I gave to this body, give that exact same staff report to the Board of Adjustment, who's hearing it for the first time. I am not certain. Don't think there's anything that prohibits a commission member from attending. But the parties, as the city was one of the, we were one of the Pele, there's language, but basically we were one of the parties as the city, as the commission represents the city. But we did not, the role that I played was, in that meeting was not to defend a decision either way. It was just solely to give the facts that were presented to this body.
But as Kevin stated, the council is sitting as the Board of Adjustment in a de novo process, so it's new evidence that they are looking at. They're looking at that, and they have the authority by code to overturn or uphold your decision or remand it back to you. And no, because the commission, as a voting member of this body, you're the majority. So as commission members, you can watch it on live stream and YouTube, but coming in and testifying in that meeting is not something that we do.
Moving on to item K, the next meeting originally scheduled for August 13th is being canceled, and the next meeting we will hold will be August 27th. Is anyone planning to be present or absent or attending remotely? Commissioner Petty.
It is my intent to be there. However, I have a daughter who is great with child, and if that baby comes early, I will not be here. So I'm just giving you a heads up that I might not be, but for all intents and purposes, I will be here.
Moving on to commissioner comments. Commissioner Fikes.
Sorry for my absence. I couldn't get my waders off fast enough. Darn things just stick to you. Yeah, and thank you for staff for explaining the policy and the procedure for the Board of Adjustments for the commission as well as the public for their understanding on that. Thank you.
Commissioner Petty.
We have been richly blessed with beautiful weather and abundant fish. I would just caution everybody, if you don't have to, don't turn left at this time of the season, but be safe and enjoy.
Commissioner Kraus.
I would definitely second that. Keep your calm going through Soldotna.
Commissioner Revere.
I agree with the season of no left turns, and all of my family that visits this time of year is advised as well. Thanks, everybody, for coming today and giving us a quorum. We have a productive meeting, and I want y'all to have a great rest of your week.
We have no pending items. Seeing no further business before this body, we are adjourned.